oh moments, or like, what did I just do? Well, I've had one of those moments, and it was my concussion in 5th grade. And a little fun fact, there's over 400,000 concussions per year. And my lesson was, no matter what, you always have to be safe. So what happened is like a normal 5th grade day. I came home from Shellsburg on the bus, and then like when I got home, I just finished homework, went outside, and I was like riding around my neighborhood for about 30 minutes on my scooter. And then like, for some reason my front wheel was loose on my scooter. And then like, it was like right when I was by a truck, I looked down because it was wobbling. Then it like the front wheel broke, and it hit the ground, and like I flipped forward and hit my head on the edge of the bumper of a truck. And after that, I fell down, and I was down for about like 5 minutes, just like laying there. And it was actually like one of my neighbors that were the ones that saw me, and it was Tanner Holton, if you guys know him. And he came over and helped me back to my house, actually. And then that's when I called my aunt, and she came over to get me. And I was actually so out of it that like when she showed up, I was like, "What are you doing here?" And then like she said, "We're going to the hospital." That's like a distinct one I remember. And then like when we were going across town, I remember asking like, "Is the house locked? Is the garage door shut?" like 5 times just on the way across town because I was that out of it. And by the time I got to the hospital, I didn't really remember anything from there. I remember sitting in the waiting room, but like right after that, I remember just going into the MRI, like this little room where you're going through a tube. And after that, they like did a whole bunch of X-rays and stuff, and it turns out I had like some small skull damage, like a little bit, but it wasn't like anything too big. And when I got into the room, like my mom just said I would repeat stuff. And I remember my dad was out at his farm working, and like he came in and thought I was faking it at first. But like it took one of the doctors to convince him that I was actually had a concussion. And I remember the worst thing about being in the hospital was like when they would come in every 2 hours and wake you up. That was the worst thing. And when I would like, every time they would wake up, they'd always have to like check your samples and stuff. Like whenever you'd go to the bathroom, they'd have to check it and stuff for like weird samples. So it was like really weird. And then like after that, it was when I got out of the hospital, I didn't go to school for about like 3 days. And then they said I might have like a hard time picking back up on stuff in school, like just like paying attention and stuff like that. And when I got back to school, it was like a big thing because it was like Keegan Meldrum, and one of my other friends was Zachary Jenkins. He's not here anymore though. And they went around and told like everybody false things, like it wasn't even real. And remember after that, like I got asked a ton of questions and stuff, but mainly they were just like all false because they said I just like rode my scooter into the back of the truck even though my wheel gave out.